Hey guys, if you clicked on this video looking for a reason to quit, I'm sorry, you are not going to find that here. Hopefully that's not where your mindset's at, and if it is, then luckily you're on the video, because we're going to talk a bit about today, why this is not okay, why quitting is for people who are weak, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the mindset, about how I haven't quit, and I'm going to give you a few tips about that. I think I'm making this video just as much for me as I am for you. Sometimes, you get on this streak of, doing really good, and then, all of a sudden it clicks and you're not doing so good and your progress is slowed and you're like, this is too hard. Should I give up? Should I quit? And so through this video today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I manage to deal with those thoughts when they come across, and hopefully if you're in a similar position, you can find some of the things that I do helpful for you. So I think there's going to be two types of people watching this video. The first type are people who have yet to begin to even start, so they keep going to start, and before they even do, they're quitting. If that's you, maybe my last video is more suited towards your case. It was called motivation, why your motivation is doing nothing for you. So if you're yet to start and you're already quitting, I suggest you go watch that video. But the second type of people watching this video is people in a similar position to myself, where we've started, we've made some good progress, but it gets hard sometimes, and you get these sorts of quitting, or maybe you've been going for a while and you've got to the point where you're like, fuck this, can't do it anymore, it's too hard. So I'm going to cater more towards those people in today's video. So let's get into it. So the first point I want to talk about is how close we actually are to achieving our goals. And I feel like for me, this is the biggest reason why I'm still going. They talk about like the pedestal of progress. So you get to here you're making tracks, and it gets to about here where it's getting to a real uphill battle. This is your goal up here, and you've got just a little bit further to go. But this is where a little bit of self-doubt kicks in. You start to question yourself. Am I doing the right thing? Am I working hard enough? Is this actually going to work? And this self-doubt sort of starts to progress with a bit of a feeling of, oh shit, I gotta quit. This is too hard. I gotta get out of here. And so I really want to put an emphasis on how close you guys actually are to achieving your goals. And if it's just that little bit further you have to go and you give up now, you'll always have to live with the regret of, what if I just pushed a little bit harder? What if I got to that next stage? Me personally, I feel like that's what is, keeps pushing me every day, that I put in all this work, and if I quit just early of the finish line, I'm not gonna, see the results, or, I'm not gonna get, the full benefit out of all the work that I've put in. So no, it's not gonna be an easy journey. It's, you have to fall and you have to pick yourself back up. You have to go over speed bumps. But if you quit and if you think it's too hard, then you're never actually gonna see your results. So just picturing when you're doing this, when you're on your journey, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be you're in the gym, it could be you're starting your own side hustle. You just can't quit. You don't know actually how close you are. Just touching on that, I wrote down a further note of just remembering where you started and how far your progress has actually come. So for me personally, since about July last year, I think I'm about up to maybe 8 months of this journey since I started. And I remember when I was first starting out and I was buying these little shitty courses, and I was learning what e-commerce was and what side hustles were. And if I compare that myself then to myself now, it's literally light and day. I'm now comfortable to post YouTube videos talking about self-improvement, or talking about things that 8 months ago I would have absolutely no idea about. So it's just important to really try to remember where you started and where you're at now, and you can often, when you put into perspective, be like, damn, I've actually come, a really long way. An absolute nightmare if you gave up now, just short of the finish line. So a lot of these things I'm saying, and I do realize is, you've probably already heard it a lot of times. Everyone always says, don't quit, don't give up, but I feel like this video might just be a good reminder for you, and it might be a way that, maybe you take down notes. If you guys don't take down notes in my videos, I highly suggest it. Just get a book like this, write down the title of the video and start writing down notes. That's something I've been doing for a while now for important videos that I watch, where you can get great information. But I feel like this video is just something to remind you guys, and maybe it's come at just the right time for you. Maybe you have just hit a massive hurdle and you're thinking, shit, it's way too hard. So hopefully this video is coming at the right time, and just take it from me that you're not the only one who's having these thoughts. You're not weak for having these thoughts that creep in. It's perfectly normal. We've just got to figure out a way that we can put them to the side and keep getting to work. So I don't want to make this video too long, but if you're in the position that I am, where you can believe you can actually make it, you're probably already halfway there. So it may seem like your goals are a million miles away, or everything you're doing is just not working. But if you're already in the mindset that you can see that goal and you know that you can achieve that goal, you're pretty much halfway there to already doing it. You are so close to actually completing what you're set out to do. You've just got to get over these few speed humps. And maybe watching my videos on my YouTube is going to be a way to help you progress a little bit, but it's really going to come from you and come from your mindset. How close are you actually? It's up to you to sort of determine that. But no matter how far it seems, no matter how many hurdles you have to get through, you got to understand that in your brain you will get there one day. And I don't know how long it's going to take. Sometimes these things take 3 years, sometimes they take 5 years. Sometimes you get lucky and it's just a magic moment, and things are just going to happen, and you guys have just got to wait for that. Hopefully if you're on a similar journey to I am, like a self-improvement journey where you're trying to make a bit of money online, you got to realize that all these steps that you're building, you've just got to wait for the right moment. So lastly, I just want to touch on your actual goal and your actual aim to where you want to be. So maybe you go back and look through it, and you sort of decipher it and figure out how important is it actually to you, because there's no point, or maybe the reason you want to quit is because your goal is not actually a goal that's going to benefit you in the future. So I do suggest you go back and look through your goal. This is something I do. I have books and books of notes I've written for the past 8 months, and all the time I go back through there and I look what I was writing down in week 1 and week 2 and week 3, even month 1 or 2, and I compare it to my goal now, and it actually hasn't changed that much, which gives me a good indication that I'm actually doing the right thing, and I'm progressing in the right direction. So I suggest for all you guys to go back and have a look at your goal and maybe reassess, is it super important? And if it is super important, and I hope, I pray for all of you that it is, that you just realize, if you started this all these months ago, or maybe you've only just started and you already feel like giving up, if it's really important to you, you're going to find a way to keep going. I'll probably wrap it up now. I don't want to drag it on too long. It's more just a reminder for you guys and a few tips about how I deal with these sort of feelings I get when I want to just pack things up and throw them away. So I've got a couple key takeaways. So the first one is, you are actually so close. So I said this earlier in the video, I just want to stress it that if you give up now, you don't know if your goal, or you don't know if you could achieve your goal literally in the next day. So you've just got to put your head down and keep getting to work. The second takeaway I want to say is, quitting is literally the easiest thing you can do. When you chuck your hands up and you surrender and you say, this is too hard, I'm not doing it, it's literally so easy. And if you're that person and you find it easy to quit, and you really don't want to get as much out of yourself as you can, then I don't know what to tell you. I can't really help you with that. You need to have an iron mind, and you've got to realize that you're not going to get absolutely anything out of quitting. So if you want to do that, and you're not ready to take that next step and move into this journey that we're all taking together, then I wish you the best of luck. But quitting is so easy, so just know that if you do, you have a weak mindset, and if you want to fix it, I feel like my channel is a place you can do so. You just have to want to fix it, and I'm happy to do so. And the third takeaway is no matter how hard it seems right now, it's all going to be worth it in the end. So I do realize, I really want to stress, I'm not a motivational speaker. That's not what I'm trying to do. I just want to help you improve with your mindset, and I want to have a self-improvement channel, so somewhere where everyone can come and get better. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not trying to sound like, listen to me, I'm super cracked at this, but it is super hard now, but you will thank yourself. So obviously if you've started the journey of bettering yourself, you do realize that it's not an overnight thing, and you can click your fingers and you're going to be better tomorrow. It's a big journey, and it's something that is really exciting me. Taking steps forward every day. Sometimes you take a step back, but one step back in a week out of 7 days, on a long enough time frame, is nothing. So if you do have these bad days where you feel like quitting, just know it's normal. But we're not here to sort of accept that mindset. So thank you guys. I'm going to wrap up this video now. Even if you have heard all the things I've mentioned, it's just a good reminder for you that you can maybe write it down, stick it on your wall. You've got a very long journey ahead of you, so do I. So quitting is literally not an option for us. Yep, thanks for watching. Go check my Instagram as well as my TikTok. I think I'll be making that tomorrow, the day after. Probably not too many talking videos, just a few edits. I do like a bit of video. I do enjoy a bit of videography work, but yeah, thanks for watching guys. See you in the next video.